We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on the Miami Dolphins rookie defensive tackles, Kenneth Grant, Jordan Phillips, and Zeke Biggers. All guys who have really shown up so far, I think, for Miami, and really have shined here. They got to shine again in preseason week 2. Really happy with what I've seen from those three. I think they got a bright future up front with Phillips as like a stout run defensive, nose tackle one tech that's only 21 years old. Grant, also very young, very talented, can make a lot of explosive plays with his speed and athleticism and power. Then you got Zeke Biggers, who's got a lot of talent, something you're developing as like a seventh rounder. He's been ahead of schedule, so really a lot to like with all of these guys. I'm excited to see them continue to grow, and the future is really bright up front with those three. And then you still got guys out there like Zach Sealer, Benito Jones to help out. So yeah, leave a like on the video. It helps out their algorithm. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to kind of see next with things playing up. Very excited to break this down. So let's end up getting into this one. So up front, right here, right away, we got Jordan Phillips playing as like a 2-eye on the backside of this run. We know he can hold his own at the point of attack. I like seeing this play where you get to see like the quickness. His first step, like right here, look at him like get into this B gap, because they're run blitzing right here. So he's able to take like this false step backwards, because Eugene Asantes can kind of blitz into those A gaps, and they're working like a stunt off this. He kind of takes this A gap. Tyndall kind of fills down this way. They're trying to throw off the front there of the offensive line, and Phillips takes advantage of this by getting quick to the backside A gap and then completely shifting momentum, using this guy's own momentum against him to then get in there, get through that, play with good core strength, and then make that tackle like at the line of scrimmage there. Very effective. Nice. Like to see plays like this from Phillips, because I know he can sack and shed, take on double teams. But being able to shoot up a gap, be a penetrator to make a play, that's something I really like to see from him. He's been showing me a lot, and he also got active in this game, getting some sacks. Maybe not the most impressive sacks in the world, but nice to see him being involved. I don't expect him to be like a high-volume sack guy, probably ever, but I do think he will be a guy that will improve as the years go on as a pass rusher. He's still very young and has so much talent. Then we got guys like Kenneth Grant here. Kenneth Grant here out playing as like a 5 tech. Like seeing this. I really like Grant playing as like a 3 tech. I know he can play 1, but out here at the 5, very impressed to just see him getting one-on-one with a tackle. Playing as a 2 gap here, you can see him get control of the situation. He's peeking to the inside here first. Get control of the situation. Hold your own, kind of reset the line of scrimmage. Play with good bend, base. Just be prepared just in case this running back does go to this outside gap. You can shed out there. Ends up working right into, you're able to shed off of it, make the play. Also, shout out Dante Trader. He only played like 5 snaps in this game, but he did get to come in here and make the run stop with Kenneth Grant. So I'm excited to see more of Trader when he actually gets more of a chance. McDaniel said they were kind of limiting him in that first game back because he's very competitive. So there's that. Then we get Grant here as a 3 tech. Just look at the pure power. He's still a little bit raw at times as a pass rusher, but you can just see him getting low. Look at him reset the hand. He gets up into the guy. Kind of misses that first sort of punch. He kind of goes helmet to helmet, but then look at him reset that hand, get it underneath, and now hand fight, and he's just exploding through with his hips, creating a push here without even perfect technique. Like, look, he's almost falling over the top, and he's still able to throw that anchor back, and he gets his hand up and kind of forces the QB to kind of float that ball a little more than he wants to, and ends up falling incomplete. I think getting Grant some isolated looks, he's going to have a lot of fun, and he's just going to keep developing, and like I've said, I think as the season goes on, he's going to just get better and better. By the end of the year 1, wouldn't be surprised if he's considered, one of the Dolphins' better players. I think he's definitely going to be one of the bright spots for the future there. Then you got Zeke Biggers, another guy that I think is exciting. I think, to me, I look at this front as, they can all play across the D-line, but I think Phillips is more of that 1 tech / nose. I think Grant is at his best as a 3 tech, but he can line everywhere. Biggers here is lined as a 3 tech, but I actually think him lined up as like a 5 tech, using that length and power versus tackles is also very interesting. But here you get to see him kind of knife to that inside, get on a center, and using just his power and length to his advantage to pick up on that guy, throw him back, and then shed and make that tackle at the line of scrimmage. He's one that you'll see a negative play from in here, because I think sometimes he can play a little high. His technique could use some work, but man, that raw talent is undeniable at times with some of these plays that we're seeing. Here's one of the sacks from Jordan Phillips. I'm not quite sure what the QB is doing. He kind of just runs into this. Good play by Derek McClendon. Good job by Phillips getting on the flow in this, getting across, able to disengage that block, stay on your feet, and then make the tackle. Just showing some good lateral athleticism, good balance. Kind of the guy tries to throw him off balance. They're working a double team on him, attack the low hip. He doesn't fall for it or get moved by it at all, and then brings him to the ground. Finish. That was Phillips' more impressive sack. The other sack that he had, or like half a sack, got a little lucky on, but yeah, good stuff there. Then you get this from Kenneth Grant. Kenneth Grant as a 3 tech. This play's insane, by the way. Watch the hustle here from 90. Just look at him. He'll go off the screen here for a second. But look at the hustle. And not only hustle, because people will talk about the effort on this play. Yes, the effort on the play is insane. And like this play isn't that important in the grand scheme of things. Like running our D tackles shouldn't have to running full speed at times. But the fact that he's moving like this is crazy. He's such a good athlete, man. And I do feel like I don't know what his exact weight is now, but he definitely looks like to me that he's lost a little bit, which I don't mind. Because I still think he's got that power, and it could just allow him to be a little more athletic and play into his body more. Here's another rep by Zeke lined up as the nose. He kind of gets cut off here initially, but he's got such good length, and he's able to get off of it late and still help kind of make that tackle for a limited gain. I think they end up picking about 3 there. So even though he kind of gets cut off there, he's still able to work through strain and use his physical tools to his advantage to get out there and make that potential tackle. For me, I know I've talked about the DT tackle room. I think every rookie probably makes the roster. I think Zeke's the one who probably has the toughest chance just due to that room right now, and he's not a guarantee. But I do think he is currently the 5th guy, and if I had to like put money on it, I would put money on him being the guy that makes it as like the 5th defensive tackle. Um, so we'll see how it ends up playing out. But he's looked pretty solid in his preseason so far. Got Jordan Phillips here getting control. He doesn't make the tackle. You can just see how he resets the line of scrimmage up front, gets control, like he's peeking back. Now, if everyone else kind of fills up and plays their role a little bit better, like, Asante kind of, slips a little bit, doesn't fill up. Because, like, Jordan Phillips allows this control. Like, this left guard shouldn't be able to really get out there. The left tackle actually shouldn't be able to get out to Asante if he fills up better and makes that play. Because Phillips has complete control, resets the line of scrimmage. Him being up here and peeking to both sides slows down the running back. So, like, he does his job. He's not able to shed and make the tackle. But you can just see those potential plays, like, around him when he has, maybe better defensive talent next to him. There's some interesting things to go with in those spots. Here's the other Jordan Phillips sack where he kind of gets lucky with it working into him. They're going play action, but this is just one that you had to show. Not the most impressive play, but he's still involved, going out there, doing some stuff. Kenneth Grant showing off some more insane athleticism, some good hustle and effort. Remember last week versus the Bears? He got off the ball, he off the screen, and he tried to work pass, and he fell to the ground. They try to do a throw by. Look at this offensive lineman right here. He tries to throw him by. Last time Grant did fall to the ground and immediately got up. This time he almost falls to the ground. Look where he's at position-wise. He should not be able to stay on his feet. The fact that he stays on his feet, gets back up so quick too, because he only goes hand to the ground, back up so fast, and then gets out there. Like, even if Willie Gay didn't completely wrap him up, say Willie Gay forced him to the inside, Grant's there to make that play real fast, and then he gets over there and helps stop that. But that is insane athleticism. Grant's such a good athlete, man. Phillips is just so powerful, and then Zeke's like just a combination of like length and physical tools that you're still trying to mold, but you can see how it's already you can see the potential already kind of forming in preseason. I mean, I wouldn't trust him in a regular season game, but you can see what that would have in preseason. Like right here is probably the negative sample where you see kind of the combo worked on him. He gets knocked to the side with the low hit move, and now he's off balance in 52, and the tackle are able to drive him because he plays a little bit too high. That's sort of the problem of being so tall. Sometimes a defensive tackle, your natural leverage can knock you off. That's why, I think he's still in the developmental phase, but still a lot there to like with his game. And let's see what else we kind of got in these situations. Here you get to see him one-on-one as a pass rusher, Zeke Biggers, as a 3-tech. You can still see like the length. He's sort of able to reset his hands, fight, and just create some push on the offensive line when he gets a one-on-one. Not like a crazy pass rush, but he definitely is able to get low and drive. Honestly, if I was the Dolphins, I would be getting him to watch Calais Campbell tape all the time, because Calais Campbell kind of has that similar, like, long, tall build, and he's been able to make it do in the NFL for a very long time. So hopefully he can, like, learn from that, because there's a lot of talent right there, and just a lot of talent in general in this defensive tackle room. Here's another one from Kenneth Grant, where he even just like kind of works through it. We get to see him as one tech. You can see the quickness to cross face. He kind of just throws off this whole blocking scheme that's going up front right here from these three guys. He throws it off. He, is able to basically take these two guys away. Linebacker should be clean, working over. See how Tyndall's kept clean completely, and he's able to just scrape over the top. And then you got the safeties kept clean and they have to bounce. Grant is able to completely blow this play up, stop the blocking scheme in its track, and then still get off of it and force Reynolds to the outside. Like if Reynolds presses up in here, Grant gets that tackle, and they're able to make that stop for no gain. So just really good work there. And then finish it out with a Zeke Biggers. We talked about his potential in his last video, with him blocking some field goals. That also means that if he isn't get those hands up, he's got long arms. He'll probably get some, pass deflection. That's another nice little bonus that you could have with his game. So overall, really like the rookie defensive tackles, like what they bring, and excited to see their future. And I think Grant's going to play a lot early. I think Phillips is going to be a part of the rotation, and I'm sure Biggers will see some snap. If he's on the roster, he'll definitely see some snaps at some point in the season. But he'll probably be the type of guy that's like maybe not active certain weeks. The weeks he's active, he'll play a few snaps. So I'm excited to break those down when that eventually does end up happening. So if you guys are doing, like, comment and subscribe.